Sir Joseph John Thomson was one of the greatest scientists to ever live. He was born December 18th of 1856, and he died August 30th of 1940. His major contributions were the discovery of isotopes, electrons, and his invention of the mass spectrometer. His father was Joseph James Thomson, and his mother was Emma Swindler. He was born and raised in Manchester, England. This is his life. Thomson's father was a bookseller, which was responsible for his love of science.
Here you go, son.
He was accepted at Trinity in 1876.
Here you go, son.
Congratulations, Joseph John Thomson. You've been accepted into Trinity College in Cambridge. Sincerely, Trinity. Yeah!
He was inspired by James Clerk Maxwell, who created field theories in electricity and magnetism.
James Clerk Maxwell.
This inspired him to look further into electricity and magnetism by performing experiments. This is a cathode ray tube. It consists of an electron gun which shoots a beam of electrons past two vertical deflection plates on either side, through a grid and onto a screen, and Thomson used these a lot in his experiments.
It's experiment time.
Experiment 1.
Can the negative charge be separated from cathode rays by magnetism? I use my cathode ray tube to shoot a ray and see if I can separate the negative particles with my magnets. It's not working.
Experiment 2.
I use my cathode ray tube to shoot a beam of rays at the electric field. They're bending.
Experiment 3.
What are the charge to mass ratios of a cathode ray? I measured the charge to mass ratio of cathode rays. I measured how much they were deflected by a magnetic field and how much energy they held. I found that the charge to mass ratio was 1,000 times higher than that of a hydrogen model, which told me that the particles were very light. I concluded that the particles in the cathode rays were called corpuscles, and I imagined them in an atom swarming in a sea of positive charge, thus making me think of the plum pudding model.
Thomson also created the mass spectrometer, which works by measuring the deflection of an atomic particle. And the heavier the particle, the less it would be deflected, and the lighter the particle, the more it would be deflected. And that's the deflection links directly to the mass of the object. And that's how it works. In 1890, Thomson married Rose Elizabeth Paget, and together they had two children, George and Joanne Paget. George later became a noted physicist in his own right.
My son.
His plum pudding model caused a sensation in the science community, earning him a Nobel Prize in 1906.
Oh golly, the Nobel Prize!
He also earned the Royal Medal in 1894, the Hughes Medal in 1902, and the Copley Medal in 1914.